Hi ladies, so today I'm coming to make a video in regards to all the drama that has been going on between me and Slmissglam, Stepahnie, Lewis. So I took a few days to come to my senses because I was so shocked by the whole drama thing that happened, and then my aunt dies, and so it's been such a roller coaster for me, like with all the drama happening and then my aunt dying and then my daughter and me being sick and so much overwhelming things happening in my life that I was just in shock by everything. I felt like my personality and who I am was completely stepped on and just walked all over, and it was done by people that don't even know me. It was done by Stepahnie Lewis at Slmissglam, and she has never in her life have met me. She has barely talked to me to know me. We have spoken through text messages or messaging just a few times, but honestly it's just been, hey, you know, can I send you my products? And you know, just kind of like basics. So it was never that in-depth conversation where she would get a chance to know the type of person I am and to know exactly who I am and how I am. And for her to go and make a video, a YouTube video about me and describe me as a bad person, that was the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. She knew if she made that video for 300,000 subscribers that she has, she knew what that video was going to do to me. And for her to be that type of person and go make that video, putting a person down, making them seem like they're such a horrible person when they're not. She knew exactly what she was going to do to me, and she wanted to destroy me. She wanted others to do the dirty work for her. She wanted to attack me, and she was going to do it. She was going to do it through other people. She was going to make her video, make herself seem like the victim, and then have all these other people come and attack me. And that's exactly what she did. Not once did she go on her video and say, hey guys, I don't want any bullying, so please don't go attacking this girl. This is my story and I don't want bullying. She never did that. All she did was talk about what a horrible human being I am, which is so not true. How I stole her ideas, which is again not true. For these ladies to believe her lies and for her to fabricate so many stories to benefit her is just beyond disgusting. It doesn't show the type of person I am, it shows the type of person she is. Like, she was a leader of a bullying squad and she provoked this bullying by making that YouTube video. Like, what did she think was going to happen when she went and made this video? She knew exactly what was going to happen. So I wanted to tell you my side of the story, and I wanted to go through everything and the way we met. I did reach out to Slmissglam. I think it was like a year ago or a year and a half ago. I reached out to her and I said, hey, you know, I wanted to send you some of my free products if you can promote for me. I did do that. She said, oh yes, I'll be happy to, you know, she was so excited, yeah. So she accepted it without a doubt. Like, she was all like for it, and I was like, okay. So I packed up a box and I sent it to her, and she started doing these advertisement videos for me where she shows my products. And there was incidents where, yeah, she does, I mean, I'm sending her like 20, 30 products and she includes one product in the video. That's a lot of money wasted on my part, I felt like, because here I am trying to earn a living for my family, trying to be successful in my business. And I did ask her, hey, why don't you go into my store and pick out what you like? And she never did that. She just said, no, just send me whatever you think I'll like. Send me a bunch of things. So I did. I sent her a bunch of things thinking in my head that's what she was going to advertise. And she didn't. She would pick one or two things and that would be it. And then I felt kind of like scammed a little bit, because why are you taking 30 of my products if you're just going to advertise one? Because here I am. That's my business and I'm wasting so much money just sending you these free products that later on I found out through people who are Snapchatting, like Liz Snapchat, how she was sending out these products that I was sending her for free, she was sending them out to her other YouTuber friends for free as a gift, like pretending it's from her, she bought it. Meanwhile, it was like a free gift from me to her, and she was using these products to send to her other friends to be like, hey, here, I'm sending you a little gift, I thought of you. And it was so like, I was in shock. I went on Liz's Snapchat and I saw her just got a package from Slmissglam, and what do? She opens the package and inside it's like keychains from my boutique. And it's like, oh look, Slmissglam sent me a package. She's so sweet that she thought of me. She's so sweet that she went and purchased these things for me. And in my head I'm thinking, like, this girl is unbelievable. She's getting these free things from people and then sending them off, just kind of recycling them, like, because she doesn't want them. And it's just, to me, it was like, okay, if you don't want the items, just say so. Like, just tell me what you want and I'll send you that. I don't have products to just like send out and lose business because you just feel like telling me to send you a bunch of things. So at that point, it was becoming like she was taking advantage. And then it goes back to her saying that asking for free products. I was never asking for free products. It was my birthday, and I remember people were telling me, oh my god, your birthday's coming up, and people were wishing me happy birthday. And she said, she messaged me, and I was sending her a box out, and she said, hey, I see your birthday's coming up. I want to send you some of the brushes as a gift for your birthday. Which I was like, okay, wow, that's so sweet of her, you know? So I accepted it gladly, and I was so excited. I sent her a box. It was right before I went to Mexico. I sent her a box of goodies. It was the biggest box I ever sent her. And so I was like, okay, can you do a video? She agreed to do a video for me again and include a lot of my products, and she kept promising that she was going to do this video just specifically for my boutique, which she never ended up doing. For like a year, she kept saying, I have a surprise for you. I'm going to make you a video for your boutique. But it was just false promises. It was never, she's never on her word. Like, whatever she says, you don't even have to count on it. She's never gonna get through and do it. I sent her this box, and then I'm in Mexico, and I messaged her and I said, and it's been like, at that point, once I was in Mexico, it's been already 2-3 weeks, and so I'm messaging her and I'm like, hey, are you gonna do my video? And she's like, I'll do it on my next video. So next video comes around, and it's not, my items are not included. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I messaged her again, yes. And then I'm like, are you gonna include my items? Because at that point, I started feeling like, listen, if you're not gonna include my items, just send the box back. Like, it's fine with me. I don't need to work with you. There's plenty of YouTubers I can work with. Just send the box back. But she wasn't sending the box back. She keeps these products. She keeps these free things, but then she doesn't do what she says she will. It's like, don't accept free products if you're not gonna advertise for the person, if you're not going to do what you say you will. Just say no to free products or send the box back. Simple as that. She wasn't doing either one. So I was kind of like annoyed with that, like very annoyed. Like, this girl just promises one thing and doesn't do anything. So I remember telling my husband, I can't believe I just sent her that huge box, and I pretty much lost so much business, so much money that I could earn money off of my products, and she chooses not to even advertise it. She just keeps the products for herself. And there was Snapchats of my box that she was like, I'll do a video on it, and I'm sure many of you have seen it, and she never ended up doing a video on that box. At that point, I was already starting to work with a company and kind of just get ideas, looking into it, approaching a company and just kind of seeing what they have to offer as in brushes, because I was planning to do my brush line for a long time now. It was just a matter of time. So I was just like, okay, let me see what I can do. And at that point, when I'm collaborating with this company and manufacturer, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do and how I want to do it. And so I went directly into the company and I spoke to them directly, and I was like, show me samples. And they were showing me all types of samples, what they can do for me. And a lot of the samples had rhinestones in them on the metal piece, the ferrule. So I really liked that because it showed me that she wasn't the one that came up with the idea. It was, when you Google, there were so many brushes with rhinestones in the ferrule. So every company that I have contacted to find a manufacturer company for myself, I kept asking, hey, show me samples. They would send me a sample booklet, and I would see these rhinestones in the ferrules. it wasn't one company, it was over 10 companies. And so I will show you a picture of one brush set that has rhinestones in the ferrule that a company sent me a picture of, because they were like, hey, we can do this and we can do that. I wasn't a fan of that one because it just, the ferrule, the metal piece looks too long. It didn't look good to me. So I was like, okay, I wanted a small metal piece because I don't like long metals. It just doesn't look nice. And when I asked the company how many stones I could put in, most of them had 2 stones. And so I was like, okay, I can't do more. I asked them and they said no, because the ferrule is too small to add any more stones. If you add it to the back of the ferrule, then it kind of 2 holes. They had to like make a hole into the ferrule and then add the stone. And so if you add it from both sides, it'll damage the ferrule and to go inwards. And so it's damaging the whole product pretty much, I was told. So they were not able to do that. I asked them if they could do more than 2 rhinestones. They said they couldn't do that because there was not enough space on the ferrule for the brushes that I wanted. So I was like, okay, they can just do 2 rhinestones, but that's it. Like they were at their wits' end. So I was like, okay, you know what, let me just do 2 rhinestones, because what I'm seeing is that was not her idea. She never came up with that idea. So I decided to do 2 rhinestones. Until her video just showed up right now, she has never said anything about what those 2 rhinestones mean. All of a sudden she has a meaning for it, which is so fake and so like unbelievable that she would in her mind think that, hey, let me just all of a sudden have a meaning for the rhinestones, because this way it'll seem more legit that they're hers. But that is not her idea. She doesn't have the idea patent, and it'll be impossible for her to patent that idea, even if she tried, because she's not the one that came up with that idea. Many companies have the same rhinestones in the ferrules, and it's not one company, it's many. And so that just kind of proves to you that that was not her idea. She didn't work with every single company out there to have these rhinestones in the ferrule. She worked with one manufacturer, and that was it. Like, they did the rhinestones for her because I'm sure they showed her samples just like they showed me and said, hey, do you like this? And she probably said, I love the rhinestones, and started her brushes with the rhinestones. It was never her idea to begin with. When I contacted her about, I sent her a message and I said, hey Stepahnie, I was trying to be civil about it, and I said, hey Stepahnie, I'm thinking about starting my own brush line, and I just wanted to make sure it's okay with you, you're not gonna be mad at me about it. Like, I just wanted to know we're on good terms. Like, I'm not trying to like step on you. I know, like, brush line, you're doing the brush line business thing. I did have some brushes in my boutique at the time, but I really wanted to manufacture my own brushes. So I contacted her and I told her and explained like that I'm starting my brush line. At that point, she responds back and she's like, oh, okay, you know, this and that. There was never a conversation about, hey, I'm not going to do pastel colors. That's the most ridiculous thing I could possibly hear. That she would tell somebody that they're not going to do pastel colors. Colors. Like, you can't tell somebody not to do colors on a product. Like, colors are for everybody, and we all in the makeup world love these. We're all girly and we love these pastel colors of pink and teal and all these like light colors like lilac, and so we all love them. It's not her colors. It's like, it just blew my mind that she would in her video say that I said I would never use pastel colors. That's ridiculous. I mean, if you look at my Instagram and you look at my rooms, and everything I wear is pastel colors. Everything I have in my room is pastel colors. Everything I have in my living room is pastel. So it just blew my mind that she would say I said I wasn't going to use these colors. Colors are free for anybody to use on whatever product they want. Like, it just seemed ridiculous. Color is not something you can patent and be like, hey, you know, don't use pastel and nobody else can in the world because I'm using it. It's not something you can patent. And so that was the most ridiculous thing I could possibly hear. Like, you just... at that point, we talked and she said she was okay with me doing my brush line. And I was like, okay. Sounds good. And 2 days later, Susie, who is Glitter Madness, you know her on Instagram, she all of a sudden puts a comment under one of my brush holders on Instagram saying, I knew, beep, like bad word to me, B word, I know you still, you know, you're stealing my ideas, and you know, I knew I should have blocked your shady, you know. And she just kept these profanities of like cursing every other word and calling me names and like, you stole my idea of brush holders and this and that. And she's like, I'm speaking up for Slmissglam too. At that point, I didn't even do brushes at that point. So I'm just like, what is happening? So I messaged Stepahnie and I'm like, what's up with this? You know, like I really didn't understand it. And I said, listen, you know, if, you know, like I don't understand why she's saying she's speaking up for you. I didn't even do the brushes yet. I haven't even decided for sure. So I messaged Stepahnie, and Stepahnie decides that she does not want to respond back to me. So she doesn't respond back to me. At that point, I started talking to my husband, and I'm like, I kind of feel bad. Like, I don't want him to be mad at me. I was just trying to talk to you or her. Like, I didn't go through with the brush idea yet. So, you know, talk to me about it. Like, so I messaged her once more through a text message, and I say, listen, let's talk. I really wasn't trying to upset you. I know you've been ignoring my messages. I just wanted to make it clear I didn't do the brushes yet. If you're not up for doing the brushes because you feel like that's your thing, just talk to me about it. We could just talk about it, and I don't have to go through with it. That's exactly my words that I said. I don't have to go through with it. And so I never hear back from Stepahnie. She ignores that message too. She ignores all my messages. The day before that, I was talking to Swirl and Sparkle, Mary, and we were trying to have this collaborate, and I was going to do a wholesale with her. Yes, I was going to do a wholesale, buy like, you know, 100 products from her, the soaps, and she was going to make them for me, and she was going to make me something I like, and I was going to, you know, purchase these wholesale as a wholesale bulk and sell them in a boutique. That's what we do. And so I contacted Mary, and I was like, okay, you know, I want to buy, which I was very serious about buying her products. And so Mary contacts me, and she shows me a few designs, and I remember picking this cupcake design that I really wanted, and I said, I think I really want the cupcake. At that point she said, oh, I know that Slmissglam wanted the cupcake, but it's alright, you know, I'll just make something else for her. Like, I'll just handle that. Don't worry about that. So Swirl and Sparkle, me and her agreed on a professional way, like, let's do an exchange, even exchange. She was gonna, I did not get these products for free at all from any of these girls. Even the brush holder girl, I did not get these products for free. We did an even exchange. They would pick products from my store that equal the same value of their product, and then we would exchange and send each other these things. So Mary went on my store. She picked this kind of shell bag, and she picked something else, and it was the same value as soap that she was going to send me to see as a sample, to see if I want to go through with the book. So we did the exchange. I sent her my package way before she sent hers. She got my package. She still didn't send out hers, but I was, you know, I was trusting her, so eventually she sent it out. And I get my soaps, and it's the cupcake one and some unicorn one, and I was like, okay, you know, I like it. So I was just, I contacted Mary, and I said, hey, you know, I'm up for doing the order. Let's do that, you know, I want to pay you, I want to do it. And Mary contacts me back the next day saying, hey, I'm sorry, I have some bad news. I really can't go through with business with you. And to me, it was like, what? Like, it was a shocker to me, because that thing was Slmissglam ignoring me just seems a little weird. Like, it seemed like Slmissglam, Stepahnie had something to do with it. So at that point, I asked Mary, I said, why can't you go through with, you know, with doing business with me? And Mary's answer was that she had such a big bulk order that just came in, like 1,000 pieces she had to do for somebody, and she was in panic, and she was in stress, and it just was like, okay, she couldn't do it. At that point, I don't know if I believed her or not. I just seemed like there had to be more something to it. Like, I feel like there was more to the story, and I feel like that Stepahnie had some talk to Mary, and there was something going on. At that point, me and Mary ended up things on a professional. The more I thought about everything, the more me and my husband were talking and saying, you know, I just feel like all of a sudden this girl doesn't want to work with me, and a few other incidents like Susie commenting, oh, I'm speaking for Stepahnie Lewis too on my Instagram. I felt like these incidents all had go back to Stepahnie, and Stepahnie talking to these girls that she's close with and just kind of telling them, hey, you know, this and this, I don't, you know, like the girl or something. At that point, I'm just like, okay, I tried reaching out to Stepahnie to be civil about the situation. I tried saying, hey, you know, if you're mad, let's just talk about it. She just completely decided to ignore my messages and ignore everything, and just kind of blocked me out of her life. Like, she didn't literally block me on anything, but, you know, she ignored me to a point where it was like, yeah, you don't exist no more. That's it. I'm done with you. So at that point, I was like, okay, that's fine, you know, like, that's fine. I tried to be civil. So at that point, I was like to my husband, what should I do? My husband's like, go through with your brush line. Like, just, you know, she doesn't want to talk about it, then just go through with it. So I was like, at that point, I decided, yeah, you know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through with it. So I went back to my manufacturer, and I was like, show me the samples again. And, you know, he put them on the table for me, and I'm looking at all these samples and tried to, you know, I had already ideas in my head. I was telling my manufacturer, hey, you know, I like things with glitter. I like things that are pink. I like things that are colorful. I like rainbows. I like unicorns. So I was telling him all about, like, what I like. And so his idea was like, oh, we could do glitter on the handles. What do you think of that? I was like, oh my God, amazing idea. So for her to say that was her idea, it blew my mind. I was just, you gotta be kidding me. Like, you really gotta be kidding me. So he had some samples already at the company to show me the handles were in glitter that he had done previously. So I was like, yeah, great, you know, let me see the samples. So I see the samples, and I'm like, oh my God, that looks so, so pretty. So for Stepahnie to say, I went and stole her ideas and I saw her ideas, it blew my mind. I never saw her ideas. I never saw any of this, and I never went on her Snapchat chat to look for her brushes. I mean, I have a mind on my own. I can think of things I like and then talk to my manufacturers to see what they can do for me. And so many brushes out there are so similar that not everybody goes and looks at somebody else's work, and, you know, it's not about that. It's working with your manufacturer, and this is what they have, and this is what they can do. And that's what I was told they can be done. And so I said, oh, I love this idea, and I love that idea. Also, the engraving. She never did the engraving on a furl on the metal piece. My manufacturer was like, we could do engravings. We can... And so there was other options too that they could do on the furl or on the handle itself. So I decided that, yeah, I just want 2 sets of brushes that look completely different. So I wanted something unique in each one. So I did rhinestones in one, and then I did the engraving in the other one. Like I did the little engraving. I have never seen Slmissglam's pictures. I have never seen her, whatever she called, sneak peeks. Me and Slmissglam do not follow each other on Snapchat or on Facebook, on anything. Like, we have each other blocked completely. And for her to say that I went out of my way to, like, spy on her or something, come on, seriously, I don't have the time to even do that. Like, I'm a mom, I have a business, I have a household to run, I have so many things going on. Like, wow, she's gonna fabricate this story. Just because. And first time that I ever seen that picture of her showing those pearls with the glitter was on her YouTube channel, where she showed a little sneak peek. And to me, those colors look completely different than my colors. Those colors look, show me. So I've been working on my brushes for the last 7-8 months. About that time is when I started to, like, kind of process what I wouldn't do, how I want to do it, and I contacted manufacturers. Like, I went to Google and I really, like, researched and tried to find as many manufacturers as I could to see which one is right for me. So it was a long process, and finally found one that was the closest to me, and I could actually go and see the products, and so that was, you know, that was convenient for me. And then for her to come up with this video and kind of just say that I'm stealing her ideas, it's unbelievable. Like, the boxes are the same shape, but that's it. I did my own designs. I worked on my own designs. Like, these are the brushes. And they might have the same heart and shape of the, like it's a square box. Like, come on, every brush set is gonna go into a square box. Yes, there's a heart there, but that's exactly what my manufacturer showed me as a sample. It was a plain white box with a heart like this here. It was, everything was clear white, and I saw a sample of it, and so I was like, okay. They were showing me samples of what they have that they could put their brushes in, and I get to choose the packaging. And then I get to do my own design or get a designer for it. I chose to do my own design. So I worked on my design, and then they were able to place my design onto the box. And so I already knew there was a little heart here, and you just kind of place a little picture, whatever you want, pick out a picture. I picked a little unicorn because I love unicorns. Another thing is that Slmissglam thinks just because she loves unicorns, nobody else can love unicorns. When you look at all these brushes that all these other ladies are selling, everything is so similar. And everything is so similar on Amazon, and everything's so similar on eBay, and any brush company or business that's selling brushes, all the brushes are so similar. And so for her to say I'm copying her is just a way of, I'm a threat to her business, because all of a sudden I'm starting my own business with the brushes, and I'm a threat to her for some reason, and all of a sudden she went on this to make a video, to attack me, to put me down, to walk all over me, to destroy me and my business. And she's not going to succeed at that, because I'm not going to let that happen. What really makes me mad is that she would do this video without ever civilly approaching me and saying, like, calling me, sending me a message, sending me an email, anything, and saying, hey, I have a big problem with this, let's discuss this. Let's even meet in person and discuss this. Not once did she reach out to me and say, hey, you know, this is the way I feel like your box is this and that, and like, tell me what you feel. She never once was civil and adult about it, to reach out to me, to talk in privately about this issue. Maybe we could have resolved this issue in terms of like normal adult people. Like, we did not need to take it this far. We did not need to go on YouTube and bash one another. Like, this is not what it's about. It's not even about business or money anymore. For her it is. For her it's all about money. Oh my God, I'm a threat, and she's gonna lose money, and she's gonna lose business. Don't destroy my business because you don't want anybody else in this world to be successful but you. And that's exactly what she was trying to do. She was like, it's a threat to my business. I'm just gonna go on and destroy her. Destroy her business, destroy her personality. And so to keep her hands clean, she played the victim. She played the victim, and she knew exactly what to say on the video. Fabricate stories, make up lies. Like, just really, really kind of make her followers feel sorry for her, believe her, and I just can't, I'm in disbelief how much she lied on that video. And so at that point, she was sending out a message of, this girl is no good about me, and saying I'm a bad person when she never met me. And her way, that was her way of saying to her followers, hey, this girl is not good, and you know, she did this to me, and I'm the victim, and she's bullying me. At that point, I wasn't even doing anything. I wasn't bullying her. I wasn't doing anything. I made a little video and said, hey, you know, I feel bullied. Like, she went on an attack to say I'm a bad person, and on I think on Instagram or Snapchat, and she saw that, and she was like, oh, you know, she turned it around to play the bully, like she's being bullied. And that was her way of only trying to turn the cards around and be like, hey, you know, I'm the victim, which she's not. She's not the victim. She chose to go on YouTube and make this video go public to her 300,000 subscribers and whatever else she has on other accounts, and bash me and talk bad about me, when she, in reality, has no clue who I am. She has never met me. And so this has been such an overwhelming process for somebody to walk on me, to put my personality down, to put me as a person down, to stomp on me, to make me seem like this horrible person that I'm not. And it's been so hard because all that happened from that video was attacks over attacks over attacks of bullying, harassment, nasty comments. These girls have came on my Instagram and even my YouTube because she has posted my Instagram account, my YouTube account, my store account. She's posted everything under that video. So these ladies can go to my site and attack me. She could keep her hands clean, and these girls that are supporting her, that are looking at her as if she's some celebrity that she's not, can go and attack me for her. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, I received so many disgusting, nasty comments. It was like comment after comment after comment of so many nasty ones that I couldn't believe what people were saying to me. People were telling me to go kill myself. People were telling me I'm a waste of human life. People were telling me, calling me names, like nasty, really nasty names. Calling me the B word, cursing at me, saying that I'm a low life, I don't deserve to live. I'm a nobody. I mean, it was just such harassment, such bullying over and over, and no matter how much I tried to stay out of it for so long, it was like impossible. And to write to me that I should go kill myself and that I'm a waste of a human life, that crossed all the lines. I mean, in my life, I have never been this bullied. It was the most disgusting thing. And I remember people started messaging me how Dolce Vita was posting comments about me because these girls were spying on my account and then reposting everything, reposting what I posted, reposting bad comments about me, and it was so disgusting that I didn't even know this Dolce Vita girl. I had no problems with her whatsoever. I didn't even know what her problem was. I feel like she was just trying to suck up to Stepahnie, and she was posting these nasty comments about me and just making kind of thread out of the post that she does, and just these mean girls would go in there and bash me and talk bad about me and call me names, and just it was so disgusting to me. It was something like I couldn't believe was happening to me. Like, you know about bullying and you see it happening, and then it happens to you and you just can't believe. Like, in the world, I never thought that this bullying would affect me, but when people start telling you all these nasty things and it continues for days and hundreds of comments that are bashing me and putting me down, that Stepahnie Lewis at Slmissglam provoked this bullying. She made these girls attack me. She went and made that video, and she knew when she makes that video that's exactly what was gonna happen to me. And in that way, she tried to destroy me. As a kid, I was in a war. And I have been through so much worse than this. I have been starving for days at times with no food whatsoever. I lived on water. It was like no food. It was wartime. No money to get food. It was so miserable that all I prayed for was when is my next meal gonna be. I had to hide at nighttime from enemies and bullets flying above my head. That's what I had to go through. And so when people go and say she's not even a real American, no, I wasn't an American. I was born somewhere else. But when I came to this country for freedom, I became an American. This country gave me that freedom to survive, to know that there is a better life out there. To know that I lived through such a horrible life as a kid, and to get out of that alive was just like a miracle, because so many kids died. And to know like how affected I was and what a hard life I had. And for me to get out of something like that, and God left me alive, and then years later here I am trying to be successful, trying to earn a living for my daughter, trying to have a business, and then for her to come on YouTube make a video about me saying what a horrible human I am, and for people to try to destroy me is just extremely sad. Like, I wasn't trying to steal anybody's ideas, and I didn't steal anybody's ideas. She knew this video was gonna attack me, it was gonna destroy me, and those were her intentions. But she didn't succeed. You don't let them bullies succeed. You don't let people like that succeed in doing that. I learned that no, I'm much stronger than that, and whatever doesn't kill you in life will make you stronger. And then for Slmissglam to go on her YouTube, and then she says how one of my customers contacted her saying how I was so mean and nasty to her and how she just didn't like something. That was a fabricated story. That was all lies, and I was in shock that she would go that far. That she would go that far to make up the story and fabricate a lie. I'm in disbelief, like really. Any customer that has ever contacted me knows that I don't give any problems. I will do exchanges very easily. Send the product back and that's it. If you want your refund, I give you your refund. If you want a new product, I exchange it. I will never argue with a customer. I want my customers to be happy, and I know when I shop, if I want an exchange, I want it to be easy, and if I want refund, I want it to be easy, and that's exactly what I do for my customers. I think so. Another thing that Stepahnie talked about was how I said in one of my posts, and I posted a brush book on there, and I said, hey, don't make me expose you, like don't push my buttons, because at that point she was trying to have these girls attack me. So at that point I was like, you know what, do not push my buttons because I will expose you. So that was not meant towards any customer or anything like that she fabricated in her mind. That was so weird that she came up with that story. That comment was meant for, don't make me expose you, and how much you pay for these brush books, $10 each. And then you sell them for $325, ripping people off their money. These books and these brushes are not made out of gold. They're not Louis Vuitton. They're not Chanel. They're just brushes created by a regular girl just like yourself. And she is trying to earn how much money off of it? Like over $300, because if she pays $10 per book, which I know for a fact she does, then she is just, and that's really ripping people off. And then for her to fabricate that I meant something else by that comment, which is ridiculous. That's exactly what I meant. I'll expose how much you pay. I'll expose your company. I'll expose everything about you. I know exactly which company you work with. I'll expose it. I'll let people be like, hey, this is her company. Go for it. Go make your own brushes there. Don't fabricate and lie. Don't take my words and turn it into something you want it to mean. It's just disgusting how she went on there and played the victim, knowing exactly what she was doing to me. She was gonna destroy me. Her mind, she was gonna destroy my business. She was gonna destroy me. She was gonna have all these subscribers that think she's a celebrity attack me. And that's where her intentions were. And it's very, very sad that world we live in. Girls, that's what girls do. They don't try to civilly discuss things with each other. They try to destroy each other. And it's kind of like, relax. We're all temporarily on this earth. We're all here. We're all doing our business. We're all trying to live and survive. But in the end, when we're all old and 100 years old or whatever we live up to, we're all going to go on the ground. We're all going to die in the end. And all this business and all these houses and all this money that you have, everything stays behind you. Everything stays. Like, nobody takes it to the ground with them. And so try to destroy people, and people destroying people, it just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Like, don't try to destroy another person. But then you pretty much made this video got all these girls riled up to attack me. You kept your hands clean. You went on to not even write anything anymore, but then yet support each and every nasty comment about me under your video. Each and every one. For my mom to go on your video and hear the nastiness that you spoke about me, it broke her heart. She cried. And for her to read those nasty comments, she cannot believe that you can be that much of a horrible person to do that to me. And so my mom was crying and saying, the type of life that I lived and how hard of a life I had, and then to come here now and try to be successful and try to have something in life, and then for a person like yourself to try to destroy me is beyond disgusting. I feel as I've been through something that could have killed me. And if it didn't, and God left me on this earth for a reason, then these harassments and these nasty words and these bullies that have been writing nasty comments on my Instagram and YouTube are not going to destroy me either. I've been going through so much that I feel like I've been so overwhelmed, and I don't think Stepahnie Lewis is a good person because she did this to me. She did this on purpose to me. You could get mad at people, and you could feel angry with people, and you could think they stole your ideas. But for you to go and use your fame that she thinks she has, and use it against people to destroy people, it's just beyond wrong. It's so wrong on so many levels. And I'm sad for their next victim. These mean girls like Dolce Vita, Glitter Madness, they're just mean girls who thrive off of and live off of attacking girls and feeling like they're better than them. And Stepahnie, who will use her fame pretty much to let others do her dirty work for her. It's so sad. It's like their next victim might not be as tough-skinned as I am. They might not be able to handle it as I can. And so I feel so extremely sorry for their next victim, because this is what bullying is. They will attack one girl. They will all gang up on her and try to destroy her. And if they're not successful, then they will move on to their next victim. And their next victim might not be this tough. They might not be this tough. It might destroy their life. It might just... So all I want to say in the end and finish this video is that Slmissglam did what she did on purpose. She wanted to destroy me. She lied. I didn't steal her ideas. I didn't steal her designs. I have never seen her designs before, of the ones that she claims I saw. The old brushes look nothing like hers. From the old ones that she sent me, they don't look anything like it, so I couldn't have possibly copied that. That's ridiculous. And it's kind of sad that she had to go this slow. It's okay. Whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I did want everybody to hear my side of the story. That's it for today, and I hope that this video clears things up, and I will see you in my next video, ladies.